You go to the
It's
video
like a
store,
buck.
right over there.
Buck to rent a
fucking skateboard.
Buck to rent a movie.
Oh, to rent a movie? Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. I would, like I said, my uncle owned a video store. So it was like the best time of my life. You go there, you rent whatever movie you wanted, keep it as long as you want. You don't have to return it.
Whoa. I've known you for a long time. Your uncle owned a video store?
Owned a video store before the big blockbuster, type of shit.
Before the weed whackers.
Yeah. My uncle had a video store, and I go to his video store, basically swipe whatever movie I wanted or Nintendo game, Nintendo cartridges, took whatever I wanted.
I almost feel like that'd be a dream come true for you.
Oh,
a video store for Woo.
God, it was awesome. And we even got to when we got a little bit older, we got to work there. So I mean, it was awesome. Like I remember, my uncle would call my dad, and my dad would be like, "You got Mega Man?" Like your uncle said, you have Mega Man. Like he needs it back. Like, and I'm like, I haven't beat it yet, but sure, here you go, you have it back.
What was your favorite Mega Man? Wait, don't answer that. That's maybe for another episode. Welcome back, everybody. It's the Nerd Brothers. We're back again as a whole, bringing you the best nerdy stuff and the dirt. Well, maybe not always dirt, but we got the news, we got the topics, and the stuff you want to hear about. Because we don't bring any weird shit. We just bring you stuff. Honestly, we just bring you stuff we like to talk about. Right? Yeah. That's what we always do. So Nerd shit. We're back again.
Once again.
Chris?
I got it.
Right?
And Lance.
I thought it was Mr. Lance. Did it change?
Not this time.
Mister.
The Woo? The Woos and his?
But you were talking about video stores, it's like
that's
I
awesome.
Once upon a time wanted to name a video store called Holly Woos.
Holly Woos? Holly Woos Video? Holly Woos Video. That's awesome.
I'm sure they wouldn't have sued you.
Hey.
It would have been before, probably, if you thought about
Holly
it earlier.
Woos Video.
Holly Woos
Video.
Video.
That's clever.
Yeah, my half-Asian brother, Woo.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Well,
I got to... when I was saying how my uncle owned the videos, dude, it was cool because I was able to demo certain games that you wouldn't normally buy. So I played Ragar, and no one bought it, and I got it from my uncle, and I'm playing it, and dude, it's the sickest game ever. I was like, oh my God, and all my friends were like, what the hell is Ragar? A lot of people still to this day don't know what the hell I'm talking about, and I'm like, dude, it's the sickest game ever.
I'll let Woo take this one.
See, Ragar, I remember the first time in Quincy, there was a place called, there was two places. You had All the Best Video and Play It Again Video. On the other side of town, you had Play It Again Video, and there was only 3 games, okay? And it was Rad Racer and Ragar, and I believe it was Mega Man, maybe, but I know for sure it was Rad Racer and Ragar.
Yeah.
And we remember we went back to the house and just played the living shit out of that game.
But no one wanted Ragar. We avoided it forever.
But you only
I would have never bought it.
But once we got it, my brother will tell the story. Once we got it.
Because back then, you had your video stores, okay? And there was all VHSs. There was no video games. And when they brought the NES cartridges to the video stores, it was like, holy shit. You'd run in there and you'd gobble up whatever game they had, because back then you would have the box, and behind the box would be the game. And if the box didn't have a game behind it, that means it was rented. So you're kind of shit out of luck. So you go in there, and I remember the first time going in there, and you had the Rad Racer and the Rad.
So they had more than 3 games. You were just saying that they.
No, that was it.
No,
they only had 3 games.
That was it.
Oh, okay. So I thought you were saying that they only had
at first.
Yeah, I thought you were saying they only had 3 games available. But
no, there was only the 3 games itself. Oh, but we only got 2. And it was Rad Racer and Ragar. I think Mega Man was rented. So.
No, I think there was one game, but maybe a wrestling game or something like that.
Pro wrestling. Oh my God.
But no, that wasn't there.
Pro wrestling was awesome.
that came later.
Is that what you're talking about, though? Pro wrestling?
Yeah.
Well, the thing with Ragar, just like when you're a kid, just like we are now, we look on the back of the box to look at the graphics and God, this is awful.
Remember, Starman? He was like a pink. He had a pink suit with a star in his face.
With the wrestling,
That was a few years later.
Awesome.
You're right. Because we did play that with Ruben and Billy.
But with the Ragar, I enjoy the game.
Right, but we avoided it for years, or not years.
Yeah, because no one wanted to buy it. The only reason why I played it is because it was free for me, so I got
So you got to
my
demo
uncle's.
it, and we
Yeah,
just got
so-
stuck with it because all we got.
Yeah,
Well,
And
'cause
we
then it was
enjoyed
like
it.
you only had options. It was Christmas time. You would get your games.
Right.
You had to wait till next Christmas to get your games. When you could rent games, whatever was there, you're gonna gobble up. I don't give a fuck what it was.
And once
I
we
don't give a
got
fuck
it,
what it was. I'm gonna rent it and play.
we played the shit out of it. And you know the great thing about that game? It was hard.
yeah.
That's what made it.
No,
good.
dude, it was. Yeah,
It didn't graphically blow your mind.
Well, it did, but then it did though. It did.
In my opinion, I didn't like it graphically, but I enjoyed the difficulty.
I would
That's
say
my opinion.
back then I didn't have a problem graphics. We didn't know there was better graphics at
They were all the same. All the graphics were the same.
the time. Yeah,
Very pixelated.
I don't know. Maybe
The flow of it.
maybe I've always been a graphics whore. Maybe I still am.
It didn't flow very well, like the jumping. It was very clunky.
yeah.
But
you got the
I
chain
like-
going straight. You couldn't go diagonal or
You know what I remember the
up,
most
left, right.
is what was kind of innovative about that game. It would switch from side scroll to top
Yeah,
scroll,
yeah.
Yeah,
and it was like,
I like
wow,
that.
man, that's weird. That's
I like
kind of
that.
cool.
Yeah.
No one did that before that.
no.
Because
But
depending on the
that's-
levels,
it's one of my.
because you're trying to jump on the like Triceratops
Yeah,
or whatever.
I think it's probably the
And
most
it's top
underrated.
scroll.
Like
Oh,
Then you go side
Nintendo
scroll
game.
Hands
Ever.
down.
Yeah.
I appreciated it more later on. I liked it then, but it was just so hard. That's what turned me off.
Like honestly, I could say what
Yeah, it was
like
hard.
we're talking about right now, and there's people who are watching who are huge gamer fans.
Don't
They
know
probably
nothing about
never heard of it or played it. Like honestly, I honestly think so because I ran upon it by accident. Like probably see it was just only option. for
I
you.
knew nothing about Ragar until I seen it at the video store.
Yeah,
Raise your hand if you beat the game.
dude, I didn't.
If anybody that watches the show, all like 15 subscribers. Oh, well, we're on subscribers. If you're watching this video, see that like button? Click it.
Click it,
Subscribe
fucker.
button.
Jesus.
I'll wait.
Click it.
Hold it. I'll wait. Click it. See that subscribe button? Click it. Just takes a second.
You know,
It takes
like
1 second.
you know, like
Just do it. Just do
It
it.
makes
Just
us
do it.
feel better about
Just do it.
ourselves.
Just do it.
Yeah.
Just click it. Click it. But
We gave Ragar a chance.
yeah, no
Yeah.
shit, right?
so, what's his name? If anybody's in our comment section, if anybody's beat this game, share video. I want to see how
And I
this
might
came
not
in.
call you bluff. But
Yeah,
if you
right.
say you beat it, I'm calling you bluff.
Yeah.
Because there's
Well,
a reason why
honestly,
it's called Nintendo Hard.
Probably wouldn't
That
know
is
because
Nintendo
we didn't know
hard.
the ending. But like, well, okay. So what's a like popular game that you didn't beat?
Well, you know,
Everything on
I know
Nintendo.
yours. I know yours.
this is one of
like
the only
you?
people I know on Earth that beat Final Fantasy VII. And it's one of the hardest games I ever played.
But I bought it 3 times. I've owned 3 different PlayStations just to finally beat that game, and I finally did.
So what was your question?
Oh, what's your favorite? Like, what's your like most popular game that you never got to beat? Like mine. Okay, so I'll go first. Mine was actually Mike Tyson Punch Out.
I beat
I
that.
could not.
I beat that in the 3rd grade, so
Dude,
that's
I get to him.
That was easy.
It's crazy because
Yeah.
I get to him. I can get to him
Yeah.
without getting knocked down.
I
not
remember.
one
I
time.
remember
I
calling
could
in
literally
sick.
get.
Did
I could get to
Ray
him,
just lose video game points?
You just lost video game points.
dude. I could get to him, no problem. He's the only one I couldn't figure out. I'm like, what is going on?
You got to duck and
I can
move,
get
man.
to him, and I can get to him all day. I can get to him all day. Cannot
See,
beat
for
him.
me, I felt
I thought I knew.
Macho
I
Man
thought I
was
knew.
harder than it.
I thought I knew.
No,
Yeah,
no,
'cause
not
the way
for
that's
me.
spinning-
Like I said, I would, dude. I fly to him. I
Yeah.
get to him. Mike Tyson so easy, and
Yep. It's the other way. Once
Yeah,
you get
could not
past
do
that
it.
first that flurry, he's all downhill from there. The game that I never beat, which was probably my favorite franchise,
Oh, I know where
was
you're at.
Mega Man.
Yeah.
I never beat.
oh,
Mega
so yeah,
Man
I've
1.
been,
I never
I've
beat
been
Mega
all the Mega Mans.
I
Yeah.
beat Mega Man 2, 3, but I never beat
Oh, the
Mega
first
Man.
What the hell's going on here? You couldn't beat Mike Tyson,
Yeah,
but
it's
you
the only
beat
guy.
Mega Man?
Yeah,
That's one of like the hardest games.
easy
of
peasy
all
lemon
time.
squeezy. Like,
Mega Man's hard, dude.
nah, I thought that was easy for me. I thought it was easy for me. Yeah, Mike Tyson was the hardest game.
Dude, we
could
might
not
have to
beat
have a
him.
marathon here. I want to see Ray beat Mega Man. Can you do it again?
Oh yeah, yeah,
I want to see it.
yeah.
I don't believe you.
Okay. You see me with Mike Tyson. I actually outplayed you guys. I just can't beat Mike Tyson. I can't.
We'll do the same. We'll do a Mike Tyson thing, and we'll put him down in like 5 seconds or a couple rounds, right?
Couldn't even get to him nowadays. I don't think you guys can get. Remember we played? Well, we didn't play the actual
I
Mike
already
Tyson
did it.
Punch
I
Out.
think it was the last time I played it.
We know.
Remember
the
we're playing the
code.
knockoff Mike
What's
Tyson
the
Punch
code?
Out?
Well, I believe the code is, I still know it actually, top of my head is 007-737-9563.
8675309.
Odd that I still know that. To be honest.
See, I know like Contra, up,
Well,
down,
what
A,
are
B,
we?
A, B, select start.
We're nerds.
Yeah. Old nerds.
This dude said he beat Mega Man. Well, cheers to you.
You guys really did not beat Mega Man. None of you.
No, didn't beat Mega Man.
That's like with a hard.
Dude, it was like so.
What you just said earlier, Nintendo hard. That's,
you guys
they're
played
not.
like
They're not designed to be beat.
you guys played with like your cousins and brothers and stuff like that. Like
Yeah.
and like whoever died, you pass on the controller, right?
On weekends.
Yeah.
When
Yeah.
we do that like on weekends, but we
Yeah.
would still... Actually, no.
So you watch the first guy's mistake, and then you like, okay, I won't do that, and then you
Well, no, not really, because we played our games separately. So.
yeah.
But I did it with my buddies when we played like Metroid. Stay up all night, pass control with the next person.
Well,
Yeah.
a lot
You
of
die, you
the
pass the
times-
controller.
But a lot of times that's how it was. It was a weekend session because when we were kids, we had one TV in the house. Then you would stay up Friday, Saturday night playing the games. Sunday through Thursday night, you weren't playing the games because your mom or your dad was on the game, and they always felt
On the TV, they were on the TV.
Yeah,
You only had one
They
TV
would
back
fuck the
then.
TV up so you couldn't play. So when we go to friends' house, I remember one friend of ours.
They had their own TV.
His
You're like, what?
mom was a bartender, so she was always gone during the weekends. So there was always $20 bill. You'd go down to
She was a great woman.
you'd go down to the video store and you'd rent games,
Love you, Donnie.
DVDs, or VHSs, and you'd play the games all night long.
Yeah.
All night long. But at the house, like our
I guess
parents'
I was
house, we
spoiled
could
then because I had a TV in my bedroom, so with the channel U. You remember the U
later,
channel?
yeah.
That
I
comes
mean,
later,
we
Mike.
got those later, but
Not
we're talking
first.
about early Nintendo.
Yeah.
I got one of those about 3 years later. I remember I getting a black and white TV. I remember getting one of those, but early stages.
God, I was a spoiled rich little fucker then, I guess.
We had a TV
I
in
had my
our
own
room,
TV in my own room. Like
but that's
when
back when
Nintendo first came out.
we had
like, I
Atari.
had my own TV.
Atari, yeah.
Yeah, we had an Atari in our
Yeah, I
room.
had
Yeah, I
Atari,
had Atari. What was it? 7600.
Mhm.
No, I'm talking about the one we had on the
Oh no, that's 2600.
Bell Lane house. Yeah,
it was
2600. That's when we had like Frankenstein.
The
and-
wood paneling, fucking.
Yeah, it was wood
yeah.
paneling.
Yeah, it's got
So
the
was
wood
the
panel.
TV.
Yeah, yeah, they match.
Totally matched.
I started off that way. I had the same thing. Then I got the Nintendo, and the first game I ever, well, besides Super Mario coming with it, the first game Mike Tyson Punch Out. I could smash through the whole damn thing. Could not be Mike Tyson. I could smash through the whole damn thing so easily, and I could not figure out Mike Tyson. Like I caught everyone's like their hint for whatever they do. Could not find Mike Tyson's. I'm like
Mike's is just an uppercut.
Dude, I could not do it. I'm
As soon as the arm
like-
goes down here,
So-
move.
he just stood there, and then it was like all of a sudden, boom, uppercut. I'm like, what the hell? Where'd that come from? I could not I even remember. Was it E Honda? He had like a gleam in his eye, like before he fucking would
Well,
strike
you
you.
get it.
And that was a telltale.
It's
Like,
all repetition.
But they were the same
yeah,
characters.
I
E Honda.
couldn't
His,
see
his
Mike
name
Tyson.
his actual name was Piston Honda,
Yeah,
and they
it's-
were the same character.
Yes.
They just reskinned them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that was weird because there was a couple of characters that were reskinned in that game.
All of
Yeah,
them,
yeah,
all of them
yeah,
reskinned.
no,
Don-
no.
Oh,
Oh,
no,
yeah,
Don
oh, yeah.
Don
Flamenco
Flamingo twice
and Glass
P-
Jaw.
Glass Jaw.
Glass Jaw.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
There was only like 2 or 3 of them that.
And then you had
were
Bald Bull and Sandman were the same. Macho Man and Soda Pop Sosinski were the same.
Yeah.
So those are the same. So you had actually 3 guys. You had E Honda, which was Mike Tyson. You had Soda Pop Sosinski and Macho Man were the same. Then you had Don Flamenco and Glass Joe were the same.
Yeah.
Right?
Could not figure out Mike's.
And then you had that was it.
But you beat Final Fantasy VII.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite achievements ever. Because I literally bought the game multiple times. I bought multiple PlayStations. Kept the same card.
The memory
My
card.
memory card. Kept the same memory card. Like
How many hours do you think you were into that? 100 plus?
Oh my god, yeah,
200?
easily. Just from retrying over, and I wouldn't just even though I have my memory card, I'd start over every time. Like just
Yeah, because the
just
story.
for shits. I'm like I want to start all over again. Whatever. And so I'd start over every time, which made it even longer. So it's,
Yeah.
I still haven't played the remake, and I really want to get that still.
And that's with the PS4, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it sucks for us Xbox guys. It's not available.
Sorry, guys.
PlayStation exclusive.
Well, you make some games of your own one day. You get to keep them to yourself.
Speaking of like the old days of video stores, man, wasn't that pretty bitching back then? That you get to do that?
Dude, the whole atmosphere was like. I remember, so my dad would take me on a Friday,
Mm-hmm.
and he's probably taking me so I can get some movies so I can leave him the fuck alone, And I remember going in and grabbing just crazy shit. And I was young, dude. I was a little kid, and I'm getting fucking Friday the 13th, and Porky's.
What's Porky's, Woo?
Oh god, that's like a. It's like a low stream porn. I mean, pretty much. It's like Peeping Tom type of comedy,
lots of tits and ass.
Yeah, I remember the dudes would be looking through the girls' showers, fucking looking, and you see girls' tits flopping all over the place.
It's like Friday the 13th without Jason
minus the killing.
Voorhees.
Yeah, minus the killing.
It's like Revenge of the Nerds as Peeping Thomas.
Yeah,
that's pretty much what it is.
It was like a low stream porn for kids, I guess you could say. I mean, but while I was doing that, if you ever noticed, so my dad would take me, right, and he's like, "Oh, get whatever you want." He'd be sitting there behind some black curtains, fucking some crazy ass room, and I'm like, "What's going on in there?" And I'm like, I remember one time poking my head in, and I see fucking just VHSs of just tits and just crazy shit, and as soon as you did it, your dad's either yelling at you.
Wait, let me get this straight, because this is going on the internet, right?
Oh, I'm sorry. It's not this isn't crazy pornography shit, is it?
So you're saying you walked in on your dad in the porn section?
Yeah, everyone's dad was in there. No, was it just me? It was am I crazy?
I never walked in on my dad in the porn section.
Never walked in on him in the porn section, but
I was nosy. I'm like, dude, Dad, what are you doing in there? I'm like, where's he going? Hey,
man, I don't judge, man. I love your dad. He's an awesome dude.
It's like saying, are those my dad's shoes?
Yeah, you're like, you see your dad's white New Balances under a black curtain.
Because all it was just
it's like Wizard of Oz.
That's all it was. That's all it was.
What are you doing?
My dad doesn't even know what New Balances are.
It wasn't a door. It was a fucking curtain.
It was a curtain, yeah.
That's all it was. A little box. If you're going in there, it was a changing room.
Yeah.
Filled with porn.
It was a black curtain always.
Hey, just for the record, curtain. Big Ray, if you watch this, we love you, buddy.
I got nothing against you. Yeah.
We're just telling stories here.
It was awesome.
We all been there. Well, I haven't been there, but that's okay.
Yeah, I'd either...
Still love you.
I remember one time, my dad was he's like, get out of here, and he grabs 2 videos and just puts them behind his back and keeps walking.
Just for the record, you brought that up. So.
But that was one section that was off limits.
Oh yeah, that's the only time ever
for you to bring.
Well, there was so much more.
But what the thing is, you could go in there and you could throw Porky's on the table.
Yeah, you throw Porky's on the table. That's damn near porn.
Nightmare on Elm Street. You could throw Friday the 13th. You could throw any fucking movie on the counter.
Rated R.
As a 9-year-old. As a 9-year-old, and nobody gave a fuck.
Nope.
Man, I don't know if you remember this, Wu.
As long as it wasn't behind the curtains, it was free game.
Yeah,
free game.
At least on the west side of Quincy, if you had your play it again card, you flashed that. You didn't have to give them money. Just went right to the account.
But the thing is, what I'm getting at, you could go in there and you could throw any fucking movie on the counter, and then you could walk off.
Didn't even blink.
You could throw. Yeah. You could throw Porky's on the counter, and then you could throw Lady and the Tramp on the counter.
Or kid, you're 9, you can't watch Friday the 13th. That'll scare the shit out of you. No one ever said anything you can't watch all these tits little kid, or you can't watch this.
Well, that's what we were saying earlier. That's why maybe white people are tougher now, because we've dealt with more. People are fragile now because they're protected a little bit.
Yeah,
okay. So I don't know. I agree, but I disagree because I was at GameStop one day, and I'm getting GTA 5 when it first came out.
GameStop as a kid?
Yeah. I wasn't.
Who we talking about?
I'm a grown ass man. I'm a grown ass man. So I'm at GameStop, ex Funko Land, whatever you want to call it. Mm-hmm. That's how old I am. All right. So I'm there and I'm buying GTA 5. Just came out, and this lady is in line with her dude. He's 7'8", little Billy.
No, Billy.
And the GameStop dude, what I respect, because he was like, "Ma'am, I don't think this game is for your kid." And she's like, "What do you mean?" He's like, he's trying to whisper because he doesn't want to be like loud about it, but he's like, "Ma'am, there's hookers and there's strippers. And
I gotta agree with that.
There's like crazy. There's like he's like there's some crazy shit going on in this game." He's like, "It's a 17+ game, you know." And she fucking cussed him out, was pissed off, and was like, "I want the fucking game for my kid. I want it now. I'm a customer, blah, blah, blah." But then, so he got the game. So, okay, now little Billy, 9 years old, is playing a game with me, and he kills me, and I'm like, "You little cocksucking motherfucking faggot, blah, blah, blah." And she's like, "What did you call my son?" I'm like, "Lady, he should be 17 if he's playing this game." You know what I mean?
That's
so
but
then again, I look at it in another perspective. If that little kid wants to play the game, and if he's grinding away on the game, he has a pair of fucking balls.
Yeah.
Okay, he can handle it. So if his mom...
Well, it's not that at all. What happens is the kid's playing, no, there's no issue at all. I can call him a little fruitcake, faggot, cocksucker or whatever. He doesn't have a problem with that. The problem is his mom walks in and hears me calling him that, and she freaks the fuck out. That's the problem. It's like, well, you bought your kid the game. Like, no, he's not supposed to be playing it. So that's on you, not me.
I think it's just one of those things.
I assume I'm playing with adults.
I personally think the kids can handle it. It's just the parents can't handle it.
How dare you call my son,
I just think the kids hear that kind of stuff in school. I heard that stuff when I was a kid,
They've been hearing it for the beginning of time.
But
older brother, dad who games, who's
I didn't have an older brother, but my dad obviously cussed like a sailor, right? Yeah. But there's some stuff that you don't witness until you get a little bit older. So I'm kind of down with 9-year-olds should not have Grand Theft Auto.
But then again, that goes against everything we just spoke about.
It kind of does, right?
It does.
Yeah,
it does.
So I don't think you have a fucking problem doing it because it puts fucking.
Well, you didn't have a Karen.
Yeah, but
when we were kids, you didn't have a Karen watching us watch Porky's and be like, "Oh, your fucking dad's a pig. He let you watch that." There was no Karens complaining about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But what
I'll be honest, man. I'll be honest. It's just maybe it's the parenting.
No, but what the Karens aren't allowing little Billy to have the game. So those kids
wait till little Billy's a little older. 9's too fucking young for that game.
Yeah, but then again, it's
3 more years, man. That's
See, I totally disagree with that because it goes.
Have you played Grand Theft Auto?
Yes, I remember. I was talking to Ray about it earlier, and I remember watching. Man. I remember going in there and watching Giovanni just shoot up a whole barbershop. But I was watching fucking Commando when all Schwarzenegger did was go around and kill motherfuckers for an hour and a half.
But Woo,
it's no different.
But you're watching a movie. You're not controlling the character. But you know what I mean? Just take that into account.
Yeah, but I think...
Take that into account. Can you see it from that point of view? Before you... I know I can see you rolling your eyes. I can see them.
No.
You're not controlling the character in the movie. When you're controlling the character, you're acting that out.
I remember having this conversation.
So you won't even see it from
I know, but the thing is, I remember having this conversation years ago, and I asked you about, do you think playing a video game would make you be more keen to go shoot up a place? And you looked at me dead in the eye and said, no, absolutely not.
Except for Grand Theft Auto. That's weird shit.
But the thing is, I asked you the simple question, do you think video games would make more people more keen to go shoot each other? And then you said no. If you would have said no, Grand Theft Auto...
I should have said that.
But you didn't.
We were talking about Call of Duty. So
no, we weren't. We were talking about video games in general as a whole.
In general? Okay.
As a whole.
I reserve my right to change my mind. Grand Theft Auto should not be in the hands of little kids.
Well, then again, rated R movies shouldn't be in the hands of little kids watching it. So that kind of goes against everything that this whole topic's about.
That's not, because
I think it is.
The movies, you just watch them. You don't control the character.
Just because you're in control of a character doesn't necessarily mean you're going to go and become a fucking madman. It's a video game. It's a video game. It's all
okay, so you get to see the preview of the movie, correct?
We'll disagree on that. Wait.
Okay, so you get to see the preview of a movie, right?
Yeah.
You know what it's pretty much basically about.
Sure.
If you don't see the preview, you think it's not relatable or, something your kid shouldn't be watching, then you don't let them see the movie, right?
Sure.
There you go. I mean,
because that movie itself could make you want to become a madman. It's all up to you. You make decisions and choices in life. If you watch a movie based on a madman, if you will watch a movie based on or a documentary based on Jeffrey Dahmer, that doesn't make you want to go out and eat people. You have the choice in life to make those decisions. You know, as an 8-year-old kid or 9-year-old
I agree with you on
watching it.
I totally agree with you on the freedom of choice. We all have that ability. But these are little kids. Watching a movie is one thing.
We were little kids.
We were
watched
little
rated
kids.
R movies.
Yeah, we did. That's
We
fine.
watched damn near porn. And, dude, okay,
But
when I was like 9,
playing
I
a game
watched Friday the 13th, and I watched someone fucking.
when you're playing a
I watched
game
a couple fucking,
where you want to go,
and then the dude gets his head
you
whacked off
You want to put like
by Jason.
you catch hookers on fire.
But Chris,
that's your action.
But Chris, a lot
Man,
of these
you can
games,
argue all fucking night, dude.
a lot of these games that we played as kids, we did nothing but kill people in the games.
Well, what game did you have in the 1989 that killed fucking hookers, put them on fire?
It's not about killing hookers.
Yeah, well,
You
that's
still
what,
kill people in games. That's what you do in video games. You kill people.
Really?
If
I
you're
don't-
in Mega Man, you're killing people.
I don't remember setting hookers on
You're
fire.
killing. You're shooting. Every game has a blaster. You're killing people. Every game, you're killing something.
This kid has obviously never played Grand Theft Auto. You can watch people literally like walk down the street, slap a bitch, and set them on
Ray,
fire.
didn't I have this conversation? I walked into the room and I seen our nephew playing the video game. It's
Dude,
Grand Theft Auto.
you can like disagree with me all fucking night. I'm not gonna agree with you.
But video games is based on killing people. That's what video games are based on.
Yeah, like
I don't give a
robots.
fuck if it doesn't
Robots
matter. You're
and,
still
like,
killing.
aliens.
Violence and
It's
sex
still
sells.
violence.
Violence and sex sells.
Yeah, well,
It's still violence. You're still killing. You're still shooting a gun.
that's your opinion, man.
You're okay. So Grand Theft Auto, you're not killing a human being. You're killing a cartoon character. That's all you're doing. You're killing a cartoon character.
Still weird, man.
And it's weird if you're playing Mega Man and you're shooting a fucking robot. That's still kind of weird. You're still killing. You're still shooting.
Well, you don't pay for hookers in Mega Man, do you?
But that's your choice is to pay for the hooker. And then and if an 8-year-old, if you're gonna go in there, you're gonna know the logic to fucking pay for a hooker. Then pay for the fucking hooker.
All right.
Let me get them V-Bucks.
I disagree with
Mom,
you,
let me get them V-Bucks. Yeah, I'm trying to buy this hooker.
Man, you're becoming liberal.
Man, you better watch your fucking mouth. Where's my gun?
That's a liberal mindset there.
No,
There's,
okay, so the way I see it is like I said, we grew up. You know,
I'll
9,
pick up
10.
Grand Theft Auto for Rainy tomorrow. Okay,
I
we'll
wouldn't
start
mind
jamming.
playing it.
All right, let's do it.
It's a video game.
We'll
That's all
go
it
burn.
is.
Let's go burn some hookers, man.
It's a
let's go do
video
some
game.
coke. Woo!
It's a video game. That's all it is. It's a
Right.
video game.
Okay.
It's a video
No,
game.
I assume it's the same way. Like when we were 9, 10, I watched a couple having sex, and then dude gets his head
This
cut off.
motherfucker just called me a liberal.
Gets his head
I'm
cut.
glad he's over there,
Gets his head cut off. And
out
I'm
of
like,
punching distance.
was I traumatized? No.
Ray,
Like,
punch him for me.
No, but I figured the same. Like, dude, I have a 5-year-old, and I know it's so bad. Like, he asked if he could watch the Army of the Dead. Last night.
Harmless movie.
And
Sure, you're killing zombies.
I watched it. There's no titties. It's just people killing zombies. Like, and he loves it. Like, so I let my 5-year-old watch it. I'm not gonna lie. Am I a bad parent? Maybe someone will say yes, but he loves it, and I'm okay with it. There's nothing I think it's normalized now. It's not like, oh my god.
I think it's always been normal to watch those movies. It's certain people that want to pamper people. That's all it is.
Yeah, I mean,
Pamper
you
people.
get some folks from Utah, some Mormons or whatever.
I understand
Like, hell no, I'm not letting my kid watch that.
if it's hardcore porn, sure. Your kid shouldn't watch hardcore porn.
It was
But
just
it's a fucking
I
video
think
game.
You watched it too,
That's
right?
it.
It was just action packed, like
Yeah.
killing zombies. Like it wasn't there was no porn titties flopping around or nothing. Like it's just killing zombies.
That's the only thing I don't think kids should watch is porn. Outside of that, everything's good to go in my opinion.
Really, you had to, that's a shocker. We had to put that there as breaking news. Kids should not watch porn.
That's the only thing I don't think kids should watch.
Well, unless
is
you're
porn.
like 14, 15, maybe.
That's it.
You know.
Breaking news, Will. Good
But
job.
I think playing Grand Theft Auto.
My brother says kids should not watch porn.
But I think kids should play Grand Theft Auto. I don't think there's a problem with that.
That's your opinion, dude. I don't want to talk about it anymore. Because you ain't going to change my mind.
Just kids shouldn't watch porn. First of all, it's illegal.
Wow.
And it's just bad.
No, it's illegal,
but-
but my brother said it's bad.
It is bad.
But GTA is fine for little kids.
Porn is not bad for adults, by the way. I just want to clarify that.
That's the only off topic, I think, for kids is porn. Everything else goes. Faces of Death, whatever.
Oh,
Fuck you
dude,
want to watch.
Yeah, dude.
Dude, those are
that's
brutal.
another thing, dude. I watched Faces of Death when I was like 12, like 11, 12.
Yeah.
Faces, dude, you're watching people commit suicide and like just crazy ass
Hit
ways
by
to
trains?
die. Yeah.
Mm.
Like
That one we watched, they like get the monkeys and like,
oh, they're cracking them over the head, they're eating them, and then they don't even like it. I'm
That's
like, you
brutal.
better
Like, I
fucking
can't-
eat that shit. You fucking kill that poor little monkey, you better fucking eat every bite of that shit.
I couldn't watch
And that's
that
how I
now.
felt about it. I was like, you motherfucker.
You know, to be
I was
honest with you,
pissed.
I didn't like it then either. But all
I think it was more of like
of our friends
I
rented
think it was more of a
I didn't
dare,
like it
like
then.
for each other. No one wanted to back out, so like half the time you probably want to be like, oh,
I don't
cover your
like
eyes.
it.
You're like, oh my god.
Well, that was something that you could
I think
go
it was
and rent at the
sadistic.
video store.
Yeah.
You could literally, I rented that, I don't know how many times. I've rented like the first 8 of them.
Yeah.
You could go and rent them. And they were pretty much X-rated. They were banned in a majority of the states throughout America.
Yes.
But you could go and rent it at
Yes.
the video store I wanted to go watch.
Yeah. I was.
You could rent it.
I was part of that party.
And
when-
it showed assassinations. It showed people jumping off
Oh.
of bridges.
Do you remember the one?
It showed all
Do you remember
kinds
the
of
one with
shit.
the horses where they tie ropes to each arm
they
and
split
leg,
them
and the
out,
horses
yeah.
all run and
Yeah.
dude, it just
So people
I was
were
like,
getting
oh,
decapitated.
shit. Yeah.
It showed a lot of fucking foul
fucked up shit.
Do we got better topics than this?
Are we serial killers now? That we watched that when we were kids? No. Are we some psychopaths? No. Like it's just it's part of growing up, I think. And then the only problem is like our parents weren't Karens and like crying about it or like freaking out.
Tough skin.
Yeah. Now it's like, imagine if you found a Faces of Death in your 10-year-old's room now. Mom be flipping the fuck out, calling the FBI.
Oh, you'd lose your iPhone.
Yeah.
It'd be done. You'd be done. You'd be done. No more TikTok for you.
Yeah,
You'd be cut off.
fucking done. And calling the FBI and find out where'd you get it? Like
I'd be like, you want to watch it? what was your favorite scene? More or less. I
oh
don't know.
shit! Yeah, that'd be nuts nowadays. Like, there's shit that just doesn't fly nowadays. I mean,
But those were something that I watched a few times. I wouldn't watch again, but that was just kind of.
well, I think
I
it's more like
experienced it. I can say I experienced it.
you have like
I
one
experienced
you have one ballsy friend who's like, dude, you want to watch this video? You're like, okay, and then like all your friends are over there at the house, and like no one wants to look away or like get skirmish because you're like, then you're the pussy or whatever, And I think just that's how it was back then. So you end up watching even though you don't want to. I mean,
Well, I remember just something I thought was kind of cringe. I'd kind of walk away and I'd come back because it just seemed kind of
I'll be
weird
right back.
that everybody else was watching. I don't want to be that guy that kind of was the fucking pussy.
yeah.
So I'd always come
Well, that's
back.
what I'm saying. Yeah,
Yeah.
no one wanted to be that guy. So you're like,
But they were very grotesque, crazy, over the top movies. But I think watching them as kids helped us throughout life, I guess, because it made things. You put life in a different
I
perspective.
think,
after watching
and
it.
I don't want to say we have bad parents. I think it's a different era to where we're like, dude, you got kicked out of the house and you didn't come back till it was dark. Like that was a rule. Like, okay, you can come, as long as you're back home, before the street lights come on, you're good. Or when the street lights come on, get your ass home. Whatever. And that was cool. Like, dude. You found your friends back then, like by seeing a pile of bikes on one person's lawn.
Exactly.
Like you'd ride around the block,
Yep.
just looking, and then you see a pile of bikes, and like you're like, oh, so dude, there was no like worry about being kidnapped or just scare tactics. Scare tactics. I think that's more of a government thing. Like nowadays, I don't think like they got parents just freaking the hell out about anything. Like I don't think people do that anymore. Like they just let their kids roam the streets and like around the block anymore. And I miss that, and it sucks because I think kids are deprived of an awesome childhood doing that. I honestly do.
Well, like back in the 80s where bikes were very. That was your.
There's transportation,
Yeah,
bro.
it's your
Like
transportation.
school,
You
like
were just everybody's riding around
store.
on
You know, you go
bicycles.
get
You don't
snacks
see
at the
that
store.
anymore.
Yeah,
You
no.
don't see kids rolling around on bikes anymore.
You see
You
people.
don't see kids rolling around at all
You
anymore.
see a truck with 5 bikes going to a bike BMX trail or something. Then they get off the bikes and then ride that. You don't see them actually like as transportation. Like they, dude, I used to ride. Oh my god, I'd ride all over, dude. I'd ride down the freeway sometimes. Like, I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? Like,
Yep, I've done that.
Going to my buddy's house or whatever, you know. Like you rode on the freeway. I'm like,
and nowadays, if I even see a hobo walking on the freeway, I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
is
exactly.
This,
And
this
back
guy
then,
doing?
you see that shit. Though,
I remember walking to. I remember going to this place called Best in the West Pizza, playing Street Fighter 2. I remember walking there after school because I'd get $2 for lunch. I'd save it, and I remember walking over there to go play Street Fighter.
Yeah.
And I was going against traffic. It was Highway 101. It was just cars just zipping by.
Yeah.
Me and my sister, and I could only imagine some of the drivers on the freeway like, what the fuck are this dude's parents at? You know?
Yeah.
What the fuck is this guy doing?
Dude, I would jump on the freeway riding my bike to go to the, like, 2 exits down, like, 2 miles to Chuck E. Cheese. And I'm like, fuck, I got a pocket full of quarters I saved up, you know? Same thing. Just on the freeway. Like, don't give a shit. Like, you know, on the side of the road. Just riding 2 exits down, 2 miles. Get off. The Chuck E. Cheese is right at the corner. Dip in there. Go play video games. Come back, drive back home, you know, ride back home, and no one knew. No one, dude, I was home by lights were. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, yeah, I guess social media wasn't there to say, "Oh, boy got struck by a car on the freeway," whatever. You know, there wasn't that kind of social media, so you didn't hear about that kind of stuff. So I guess it makes it, you know, it's like it didn't happen. So no one was freaking out about it because you don't hear about it. And I think, yes, the same shit happened. There was kidnappings back then. There was, you know, crazy shit happening back then too, but I don't think social media was there to glorify it or scare or use it as scare tactics for people. Now social media is everywhere and they're using it against everyone.
And
it's
then
like
kids, parents
you
won't
can't
even
cross
allow
the
your kid to
fucking
go out. They can't even go outside.
dude,
to, like,
I was 5 running across the street and I looked both ways, you know, whatever.
Yeah.
I'm 5 going to the park by myself. Like now I'm like, I have a 5-year-old kid. I don't fucking, he has to hold my hand across the street. Like I don't trust him. Like it's so sad. Like it's sad. It's bad. Like, but yet I was doing it and I was fine, you know.
It's like they can't even go outside to check the mail by themselves.
No.
You literally have to go out there and hold their
You're
hand.
freaking out about someone fucking kidnapping them, like just walking to the mailbox. I'm like, come on. Like the world isn't really like that.
It's like when I was a kid, I would
It
leave
was
the
probably
house.
the same statistics now. It just sounds like more now because we didn't have the social media to fucking glorify it or whatever. That's how I feel.
Yeah. And it's pumped. It's pumped in you.
Yeah.
That you got to act a certain way. It's like it's a mad, bad world out there, and you got to take care of your kids, or your kids will get scooped up and they'll disappear. And it's pretty bad. It's sad.
Yeah.
That's where we're at nowadays.
It is, because, dude, I had a great childhood. I had fun. Oh, my God. The stupid risks we did, dude, I should have died a long time ago. And the shit I did, I'm talking about, I was like, that was as an adult. Like, not even fucking, you know, as a child. Yeah, the worst thing I did was probably, you know, ride my bike on a freeway.
You guys didn't fuck up my show while you're gone. I was gone, right?
Hopefully not.
Well, it's not my show. It's our show. It's a teamwork. There's no I in Chris. Actually, there is.
Or TNT. But there is. But yeah, riding bikes down the freeway in the opposite direction is not good.
No. Don't recommend it, but yeah, got away with it. Did some stupid shit as a kid. I think we all did. I mean, I think you need to let your kid do some stupid shit.
We used to we taught ourselves how to ride what we call it, like surfing on our bikes. Mm-hmm. So we get going down the street, and we stand up and put our foot on the seat and 1 foot on the handlebars.
Yeah.
I could go all the way down Jackson Street. I could steer too.
Yeah.
How the hell we learned that?
You were fucked up.
I don't think I ever did
That's what I'm
once.
saying, but yeah, if you did, you were, because that was a nice slope, you know.
If you hit one rock, it'd probably ruin your day pretty bad.
Oh yeah, I remember skateboarding down in San Francisco, like.
But no, this is
imagine the hills in San Francisco.
Yeah,
like,
this was on bikes though, dude.
Yeah, no, this is skateboard like
Oh no,
watching-
skateboards. Oh Jesus,
dude! Remember like speed
I think I
skating?
know.
Like you're like bending on your knees, like head down, trying to like
I know Woos heard this story. I was just going down like Main Street one day on my board, probably 7th or 8th grade,
yeah,
just cruising on because the sidewalks are way smoother.
yeah.
Hit one rock, Head over heels.
Yep.
fucked up, elbows, knees, just jacked from one little pebble.
Been there, done that. You know how many fucking road rashes, like from wrist to elbow,
Yeah.
Bikes
knees,
are
like
bikes.
torn jeans. Pissed. Parents more pissed off. They're not pissed off that you fucking hurt or you got hurt. They're pissed off because you ruined your fucking
Well, that's the
jeans,
thing.
dude.
Well,
They're like,
yeah.
I gotta fucking
Yeah.
buy you another pair
For
of
sure,
fucking
dude.
jeans.
You don't go
Are you
home crying.
serious?
Yeah, your
Yeah.
mom gets mad because
Like if anything, you're hiding your fucking jeans so your mom doesn't find them. Fuck the
Jeans
cuts
for
and
$20.
scrapes and scars and shit. Yeah, it wasn't about that. You're like, dude, I gotta find these jeans. My mom's gonna kill me if she finds these.
You got your school closed once a year.
Yeah.
Beginning.
No, for real. Like that's what I'm saying. Like, dude, if you fucked up your school clothes, especially when she told you don't wear your school clothes out, you wear your grungy shit, your grungy jeans, and your grungy t-shirt. Like you had
For the summer.
you had clothes. You had go outside and fuck off clothes, and you had your going to a party clothes kind of thing, and you had your fucking your school clothes or whatever.
Well, we
If you
probably got some at Christmas time too, but that just gets tossed aside.
Yeah.
Like, where's my toys?
Yeah, exactly.
But we probably got some clothes at Christmas time too. But we're like,
Yeah, but
Not on request. It was just kind of
like when you pick up that box and it's light, it's like, oh god, it's socks and
it's,
pants.
you're like, ah.
Throw that shit aside.
And who knows if
This is war shit.
Dude, yeah, right. Who knows? That box could just went down the trash.
Yeah.
Because your dad.
With the trash.
Yeah, your dad's just picking
Where's
up
the
empty
shirt I
boxes.
got you? Like, what shirt? Like, fuck, I'm right through it away.
It was so light, I never opened it. I knew it was in there. I'm
You
sure
just
that
go
happened.
right out of the trash.
Yeah, I'm sure it did.
My dad, he got me one year for, I think it was a Super Nintendo. He, opened the box, took it out, put like some parts in a duffel bag,
Dude, I got
put some
beat on
parts
this
in
one.
socks and shit, and I'm like, and he just strategically gave me a controller. I'm like, what the hell is it? I didn't even know what it was to. I was like, what the hell is this? And I'm like, I thought it was an accident. I'm like, maybe this is my sister's present or something. I'm like, I don't know what it is. Then I get another controller. I'm like, what the hell's going on? And then I open it up. I'm like, oh, okay, got it. Got me a Super Nintendo. I was in a duffel bag with some socks and crazy
So
shit.
wasn't it
Well,
in
that was
the
a nice
box?
story.
So it wasn't in the box, the actual box where you could tell, oh, this is Super Nintendo, So that was pretty cool.
That was pretty cool. My dad got me pretty good. I thought I was getting the Ralphie moment from the Christmas story. At Christmas was over, all the
The last-
presents were gone. My dad walked in with a big old box, like, son,
Got a dick in the box.
there's one more for you. I'm like, oh, this is going to be awesome. Opened it up. So excited. It was a case of Kraft macaroni and cheese. And they know I hate macaroni and cheese.
Mac and cheese.
And I was like, that's just a dick move.
I'd be like, yes.
I was a little kid. That's a dick move. That's probably 11 years old, 12 or 13. That's a dick move.
Well, you could tell it was him because the way it was wrapped, because it wasn't
Yeah, because he
It
didn't.
wasn't wrapped well. It was shitty wrapping job. Yeah.
You know what should have given away? Woo was the big old smile on his face. I'm like,
He was like, open this, son. You're gonna love it.
This
You're
ain't
gonna love
this ain't gonna be nothing good for me. Yeah. Hey, Dad, if you ever watch this podcast, thank you. That's awesome.
Merry Christmas. Got your carton of smokes.
He's probably saying, yeah, just
It's like Breakfast Club.
Make sure you leave the macaroni and the kitchen because that's for dinner tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a joke. I didn't keep it. Obviously, I don't like it. I hated mac and cheese when I was a kid. I like it more now, but I hated it then. Strangely enough, that's one of his favorite things.
Well, back then it was
Dude, I love mac and cheese. I do.
fish sticks and macaroni and cheese when we were kids. That's what it was.
Yeah, I hated fish sticks. Still, I was forced to eat them, obviously, but I hated fish sticks. Couldn't stand it.
The ghosts are back.
Ghosts.
Yeah, Gambit just landed
Oh,
by
yeah.
my foot.
Hide the kids.
They're back.
Don't tell the Karens.
We've had problems.
Gambit's just going to hang out with us then, huh?
It's more.
Mon ami.
Dude. Why is he got a cock ring around him?
So do you believe in ghosts, Ray?
Yes, absolutely. And aliens. I believe in both.
Do you believe in Bigfoot? That was last week's episode.
I don't believe in Bigfoot. I don't think I do.
Why don't you believe in Bigfoot?
I think he would have been found by now. I think with people with phones and cameras and shit like that, you would have seen a very clear fucking picture of his ass by now. You know what I mean? Like that. That's why.
What about that one classic one when he's like walking by, like?
Yeah, it was so blurry.
And then he just looks at the camera.
It's like your dad running around naked.
That's the weirdest thing about it. Like he's walking by like this,
the dude running around,
and he looks.
He's like,
and he looks right at the camera.
It's like the AM/PM fucking dude. What the hell's his name?
And that right there,
their new mascot.
Yeah.
Like you all know the video I'm talking about, right? Because that's the most classic one.
And if
of all
you look
time.
at that, that looks like
that in the Loch Ness. That in the Loch Ness. You see those two pictures.
He's in his suit, but the fact that he just turns around for the perfect shot.
He's like, huh?
Because it literally looks like an ape suit. It's the same type of ape type of
abominable
fur and all that
type of shit.
It doesn't look like what you would think a Sasquatch look like a grizzly bear.
Yeah,
look long kind of.
You know what it looked like?
An ape.
It looked like Chewbacca. Like the dude just got a Chewbacca suit.
Remember Harry and the
Although
Hendersons?
it was actually before Chewbacca.
Do you remember Harry and the Hendersons? The movie?
Yeah.
That's just what it was.
They look very similar.
Yeah.
but it's also before that. The video was shot in the 70s.
Yeah, but it looks like, but he looked like he was black though. It looked like a black suit.
No, I thought it was like a white ape.
No, it was brown.
Was it?
Yeah.
I remember maybe it's a black and white.
Pull it up on your
lighter.
Pull it up on your laptop.
I thought it was a lighter.
I believe it was. It was a.
It's pretty brown. I think it looked like a Wookiee.
Chewbacca.
But the fact he turned around and looked at the camera, it's like, if this thing wasn't afraid of humans, it would just keep on booking.
He's like,
there, like
what up?
Like photo.
That's what he's like. He's like, what?
It's like, why don't you?
He almost look like an Adonis, like flexing. He's like, what's up?
What's up, bro? Yeah, so that's kind of like the most famous one of all time, too.
Where did that question come from anyway? Do I believe in ghosts?
Oh, because that thing just fell from the ceiling.
Oh, gotcha. I was like, that came from left field. I was like, whoa.
But that could just be all kinds of stuff. Houses move. We did the ghosts and stuff.
So I have a story. I mean,
Let's hear it.
If you want to hear. So this is why I'm like, and I'm not sure.
Whoa! Just did you watch last weekend's episode?
No, I didn't.
Okay, I just want to let you know, my brother was touched by Jesus Christ in a dream.
Mm-hmm. Jesus Christ or a ghost? Like,
the big JC. The JC.
In his dream.
In a dream. So
it could be a blessing. I mean,
it was a dream.
Did he touch your cock?
Or was it? Oh my God.
We didn't get that far.
Would you like to touch my cock?
But he didn't do it.
Okay.
Oh, it's always great to have Ray back on the show. You want to know if Jesus touched my brother's cock. This is obviously not a children's show.
You have like a blessed penis, dude. That'd be awesome.
No,
I would just slap it on chicks' foreheads all the time. Like, you've been blessed, my child.
He was actually fully clothed.
White robes? Like, was he a white Jesus Christ?
Okay.
What version of Jesus Christ did you have?
We're all
Jesus.
Going to hell.
Like Jesus, like you would see him.
Like
straight up JC.
Baby blues, like, Frankie's hair length right now.
Yeah.
Like a little longer.
Glowing and everything.
Glowing, glistening.
He was glowing,
glistening. Yeah.
All right. Sorry to interrupt, but tell your ghost story.
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. God forgive me. So I'm about.
Ask Woo. He was touched by JC.
I'm like, I think 9-10 years old, and I don't know if you remember back then, but you remember getting the like glass Alhambra waters. Mm-hmm. They're like huge, but they're glass. They weren't even plastic yet. And like we had one in our garage. So
I don't remember that. I grew up in Quincy. We didn't have that.
Or special, I guess. Rich folk. But yeah, they had the Alhambra waters they have now, right? Heard the company Alhambra. Well, they used to have like glass jugs, like huge glass jugs, and so we'd have a guy come, once a week, whatever, and you fill the water, and so we had our water thing in the garage. So you open the door, turn to your right, and you fill up your water, and go right back in the house. So I'm like 9, 10, I think, and it's like, I don't know, midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning, and I'm like, wake up, just I'm thirsty as hell, so I grab a cup, open the garage. Oh, he is black.
It's innate.
Okay, let's 1 second. So
Yeah, let Ray finish the story.
so yeah, I walk in the garage. I'm getting my water. You know, I grab the cup, filling up my water, and I see the side garage door. You know, it's fucking cracked and open. And I'm like, what the hell? So I'm like, that like freaked me out first of all. And I'm still pouring my water, and I'm looking at it. I'm like, and I was about to go just close it. You know, fuck it, I'll close it. Maybe someone left it open, whatever. And I look to my left, and this like big black, it was like a shadow pretty much, but with these huge fucking eyes. And that's what I'm like, I don't know.
How old were you?
9 or 10. So but the thing that threw me off was like
Was this daytime or night?
nighttime. It was like 12, 1, 2 in the morning, like late. So I see this big dark figure, it's like a shadow, but it had these huge fucking eyes that I see, and it reminded me of an alien. So I'm like, I almost think it was a fucking alien, not a ghost. So I'm like, dude, I fucking throw my cup up, and it's a glass, and it's shattered. Dude, I threw it up, and I swear to God, I was like almost to my parents' bedroom before it shattered on the ground. Like, and I remember my parents'
creepy.
door, I didn't open it I didn't turn the knob to open it. I ran fucking through it. Like, I knocked the fucker off its hinges, pretty much. And I dove into my parents' bed. And my dad was like, what the fuck? Like, and I'm like, something's in the garage. And he's like pussified and scared to even go check. And finally he works up the nerve to go check it. And he's like, dude, there's fucking nothing in the garage. He's like, the door's open though. Like, he's like, he thought that someone broke in or someone was trying to break in or something, you know? So I, till this day, don't know. Like, I could have been a scared little kid and didn't know what the fuck I was seeing or thinking or whatever.
9 years old. You're old enough to notice some stuff.
Yeah.
Are you guys familiar with Skinwalker Ranch?
No.
Even the United States government, they used to own the property, I guess. They say pretty much everything you can think of happens there. Ghosts, demons, Bigfoot, aliens.
What the shit? Everything?
Freddy Krueger kind of people.
Yeah.
And it's just a weird, maybe hot spot for just paranormal stuff.
Paranormal shit, yeah.
But it's
It's
weird
like
that
in
you
New
said
Mexico, or is it like in Arizona?
there's a history channel show on it, and it's so creepy. Like, the military used to own it, and Bigelow bought it. Bigelow's a billionaire,
Yeah.
and he ran it for them for a while, and he sold it to someone else, and now they're doing experiments still, and there's just more they see tall people that look like Slender Man.
Yeah.
They have cattle mutilations, they have aliens, they have ghosts, they have like people that look like Freddy Krueger. It's just
Yeah.
whatever nightmare you can think of is there
Yeah.
in this weird
That's
spot,
crazy.
and I think it's in Arizona.
Yeah.
Creepy as fuck. But the only thing that reminded me of that is what you said about that thing with the black.
Yeah.
It reminded you of an alien. Because maybe some of the ghosts that people witness, maybe they are just
Aliens.
Aliens.
Yeah. Yeah.
because you've heard of
like I
like
said,
we've all
it
heard of
freaks me
like
out
what's
to this
that?
day.
What do they call that when they like take humans?
Yeah.
What do they
Abductions.
call it?
Or
Abductions.
abductions. Yeah.
And we always think that aliens are little green men. Maybe we don't
Yeah.
know what they are yet.
Yeah.
So
The one thing I did notice is after that happened, like months later, like we started noticing like shadows in the hallways, like, and your hair would just look at standing up now
Dude, I
just
know
talking
that,
about
yeah.
it. Like my hair is standing up just talking about it. No joke. Look.
I believe you. I've been there. Trust
Like,
me.
But we
Goosebumps.
used to walk down the hallway and you feel like you're being chased, so you'd like fucking run and dart into your room and close the door and turn on the light. Like it was fucking crazy. And then like other times we would find
That's what you would call
kitchen cabinets would be open.
that's a haunted house.
Yeah. So like kitchen
But
cabinets
what
would be
haunts it,
open.
we don't know.
Yeah.
An entity or
As a kid, I think I don't know if we discussed about this last week. Our grandma died in our house,
yeah.
and we had a 2-story house. And I'd always play like with my GI Joes on the stairs, but I'd always want to run up, so I always forgot something. And there was never nobody upstairs because everybody's downstairs watching TV or doing whatever.
Yeah, because all the bedrooms are upstairs.
And
There's no reason
there was
to be up
no
there.
reason to be upstairs.
Yeah.
And I used to hate running upstairs to grab something because I felt like in my core
Something was chasing
there
you
was
up, or?
no, there was something there. You know, because when you go up the stairs, you could feel it, like in your bones.
I hate that
you could
feeling,
feel
dude,
like somebody's watching you. Something's in the room. I remember going up there and I'd grab it, I'd turn around, I'd run back as fast as I could.
Yeah.
And the same thing when I had to get up because we only had one bathroom in this house.
Now, were you only
up.
scared of that one at nighttime or during the day?
Even in the middle of the night, we had one bedroom.
No, I'm saying during the day, were you freaked out at all? Or was it
I
just
would
like
never be in
nighttime
that house
dark?
alone, like by myself. Like when I get home from school, I remember when nobody's there, you were playing at football practice, when I'd go home and I'd chop wood. And I remember I used to hate going in the house by myself. And literally, I didn't really realize it. Basically, just now thinking about it, I never liked being in that house.
Hey,
like
weird ass feeling.
Alone.
Yeah.
Do you think it has something to do with the house is so old and our family for so long? Do you think maybe they got mad that because it was originally a one-story house, and we built onto it, so we kind of fucked with it. You think things changed after we kind of messed with the structure of it?
Okay, let's get into more detail.
Because when I was a kid, we used to call it the greenhouse because it was, and you guys know it as the blue house.
Yes, and just think that the dude, which is our dad, he actually got a bank loan to go up with it, which basically wasn't the house no more. It wasn't owned by the people who've owned it since it was built. We're talking back in like the fucking 20s.
Yeah.
So
1920s.
Our mom, yeah, they go back. That's how long. Our family had
I'm clarifying with the viewers. I'm like 1920s, not fucking last year.
No, last year. 100 years ago.
So like when our mom was born, she was brought to that fucking house.
Yeah.
So once my dad got his paws on it,
So was I. So were you.
Yeah. He wanted to go up with it. Makes sense. You want to go up with it. You know, more kids. You want to make more room.
Mm-hmm.
It was owned outright. But in order to build, you had to. There was no money. You had to go get money. You had to go get a loan.
Yeah.
And then our grandma came in there, and during construction, which was her fucking house, she died in the house while under construction.
Yeah, true.
Like literally died while it was there. I remember hearing them trying to zap her in the middle of the night. You know? And they came by the next morning. Yeah. They came by the next morning and they left their fucking pillows. Ambulance drivers came the next morning. Yeah, I think we left a couple pillows here. You know?
And as we said last week on the podcast.
That's like the Winchester. But what you're saying is like with the construction whole thing, sorry to interrupt.
It's okay.
That's like Winchester mystery type shit. Yeah. Like, remember
that happened.
And my grandmother's room became my room.
Yeah. I think the bed too.
The only one downstairs.
Yeah.
Everyone else had bedrooms upstairs.
Well, okay, to make you feel better, the house me and my sister just bought.
But I never saw a ghost.
The house me and my sister just bought, the side I live on.
Are you having problems?
The old man died there.
Do you have any issues?
I haven't noticed yet.
Well, if you do, burn sage.
No, I like literally like I'm not really like crazy religious or anything, but like I literally blessed out.
Yeah,
myself.
what is it? Saint Michael's prayer.
I did that.
I've done it, dude.
And I'm not trying to be all religious. So sorry for the fans who don't like that kind of stuff, but I
Satanist.
I blessed it myself, and I'm like, all right, it should be good. Hopefully, whatever.
It helps.
So yeah, I did that, especially knowing that someone died there. So, but I mean, he died of old age. It wasn't like he's murdered or some freakish.
Yeah, that's a good death.
Yeah. So yeah.
It's good death.
But like, dude, I've heard tons of like, my family has a lot of like crazy like entity type of stories, like freaking the hell.
I think everyone does. Just a lot of people don't like to talk about it.
Yeah. My family in general, like, oh man, there's tons. Like I used to talk to my mom's sisters, and they used to talk about this one house they lived in, and my Aunt Martha said that she lived in upstairs in one of the bedrooms, and she would see like a ghost with like a red ball, like a dodgeball, and she would just see this dodgeball just like bouncing
like a bigger ball.
Yeah, like pretty, like a basketball sized dodgeball. And she said the ghost would sit in her rocking chair in her room, and the rocking chair would be rocking, and the ghost would be just bouncing the dodgeball. And then sometimes she said it would roll out of her room and roll down the stairs, and you could hear it like just boom, 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 just down the stairs. So you're like, holy fuck. I'm like, I don't want to hear this damn story. Like, what the hell? You know, I'm like a little kid at the time. I'm like, why'd you even tell me that? And so they used to freak us out with some crazy ass shit. And like, yeah, a lot of my parents back in the day and their siblings would always tell me like, same house, like just freaky ass stories. All of them had different, stories to tell about it. And I was like, I thought they were just telling me to like, scare a little kid, whatever. And some of them had the same fucking stories that I started noticing. I'm like, oh shit, maybe they're not, fucking with me.
It's more common is the more people talk about it, the more people can connect,
Mm-hmm.
So you're not weird. If you got stories, tell them.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Well, I'm saying, I just think that everybody has a story.
Yeah.
Not everybody. I mean, I think people have experienced some form of paranormal where they can actually elaborate on it. So I think it's a good thing that people come out and express. See, me as a kid, I was infatuated with that because back then when we were kids, you didn't.
I wanted you to tell that story when you get done with that one about the Freddy Krueger one.
Well, no, see, like for me as a kid, being like infatuated with the paranormal, we didn't have a whole lot of access to shows. I mean, we had like Unsolved Mysteries, and maybe they're going to talk about ghosts, maybe. But then later on, they came out with a show called Sightings. Remember the Sightings?
Mm-hmm.
Where they do the sightings, but maybe they're going to talk about ghosts, or maybe they're going to talk about Bigfoot or Loch Ness Monster or UFOs. So you didn't have a whole lot of shows that was solely based on ghosts. Nowadays, if you're hard up, you can Google it. You can go YouTube, or it's everywhere.
There's probably
throughout the internet
20 shows that you could watch.
I would have gobbled that up back in the day. I used to just ask. I remember just asking, like...
It was very cool at first, but then when you start watching specks of dust, and they're like, oh, it's an orb. I'm like, get the fuck out of here.
Well, also on top of that...
That's when I got tired
There's so many shows now.
I like the debunking.
They investigate the same places over and over. It's like,
I much like the debunking instead of the...
Penn State Prison. Yeah, we know they're haunted.
Or
that's one of the reasons why I say I like Ghost Hunters or Ghost Nation.
Yeah.
Because they go to people's houses who need help. Why do people keep going to like the Washoe Club in Nevada? If you keep going to places that are haunted, it's kind of a moot point. It's like, it's redundant. Yes, we know it's haunted. You don't got to keep going there.
Yeah.
Alcatraz has shit going on. How many times you got to send a ghost crew to do it?
Yeah.
So...
New show, same place.
Yeah. But
see, for me, I like the shows where you would hear people talk about the experiences.
Right.
And I mean, there are some shit nowadays.
That's right. Yeah, because you like the reenactment.
Exactly. Like they're talking about it. Like saying, because you can kind of put yourself in the shoes.
That's what like the sightings did. Yeah.
Kind of like that. But there are some shows out there.
That creeps you out.
It does. But there are some shows out there where they get you for the first 15 minutes and they said, he came out and he had big teeth and he had horns coming out. I'm like, you're full of shit.
Yeah, get the fuck out of here.
You're full of shit. But the lady that says that she walked into the bar and she's getting ready to close up and she turned and she's seeing a ghostly figure there, I'm believing that broad.
But they give you a boomer then.
I'm believing that broad. Yeah. But some lady's sitting there saying she was in the house and some demon with horns that she could see growing out of his fucking head and she's like, I'm like,
yeah.
How is this on TV? Who actually produces? Because apparently they're full of fucking shit.
Yeah.
That's the kind of guy. It's got to be the hard part for these paranormal places with these crews because you got to screen these people. It's like, are you just trying to get on TV?
Oh, Jesus, you got someone saying there, I heard loud noises in my laundry room. It's your fucking dryer. It's unbalanced, you stupid cunt. Like,
but the thing is, do you think about it? I just thought about this now. Do you think the lady or the dude that sit there and is telling the stories, do you think the producer's like saying, did he have horns? No, but no, did he?
No, but
he had horns.
Big horns.
We're going to say, we need to hit it with a bang.
Right.
Yeah, he had horns.
Did he have red glowing eyes?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
We're going to put that on the air.
Big claws, too.
High five. Bam.
Long penis.
How tall was 6'3"?
How did you know?
6'8"? 7-5?
9-10.
Let's go with
Yeah.
9-10. 9-10. We like it. That's a wrap.
And that's what a lot of those shows. I started watching a lot of those.
To me, that's still
where
not as bad as the whole guys chasing around orbs and saying these are spirits. I'm like, oh,
We talked about last
Come on,
week,
dude.
like the difference between like Ghost Adventures and Ghost Hunters. Like you watch like Ghost.
there's like dust particles, and they're like,
You watch
"Ah,
Ghost
that's it."
Hunters.
You see it, and they're like drawing an outline. Like, of course I'm going to see it because now you're drawing a line, like making me see it. You know? And I'm like, no, dude, I didn't see shit.
There's nothing there.
Yeah.
Ghost Adventures is different because they're like in a room and he's like, oh, I feel something touching me. Then you watch Ghost Hunters and he's like in his shorts chilling.
Yeah.
Are you here? Give me a message. He's like, Steve, there's
Fuck your mom.
nobody
Your
here.
mom's a whore.
This
Like,
place is empty. There's nothing here. Give me a sign you're here. Switch back to Ghost Adventures. Oh my god. I think I just got scratched.
It's cold.
Oh my god.
And then everybody's like saying, "Oh my god, I had the chills,"
Yeah.
and everybody's doing the chill
Dude,
test. I got
dude.
chills.
Oh my god.
I got touched.
it's the Blair
I
Witch.
got beat in the back.
It's the Blair Witch. He's got a runny nose. He's like, all of a
Switch
sudden
back,
his nose is
switch
running.
back to Ghost Hunters.
Yawning like it's bedtime.
Yeah, see,
ain't
there's
nothing
nothing
here.
here. There's nothing here. Cool place.
Sorry to
though.
waste your time, lady.
So, yeah, so.
But that's
for
what's
you,
up.
but, yeah,
Depends on what you like. If
I
you
think
want,
it's your
if you want
dryer.
that, go
I
for
think
that.
it's your dryer. Like, sorry.
Yeah.
It's your dryer.
It's your dryer.
It's your dryer.
You need to replace your fucking water heater, lady.
Yeah. Like, I love that. That's awesome.
But choose the show that you like. If you like that kind of drama, go to that show. If you want the more whatever, that's it. That's the story.
Yeah, they're just two different, completely styles of shows.
And I won't judge you, whatever you
Yeah.
like. Just those are the options. This is kind of a monument right here, guys. We're at over an hour, and we still got another cool topic. So
Shoot it. Shoot it.
shoot your shot, man. Woo.
Well, the next,
He's like, whoa, what was my topic?
well, it wouldn't be a Nerd Brothers show without talking about fucking Disney.
Oh, Jesus.
Hell yeah.
So, there's some news that was broke about Disney was trying to buy Warner Brothers back in
That's scary.
2016. So, hypothetically, let's just say that they were to purchase Warner Brothers back in 2016. After them buying Pixar, Marvel, Lucasfilms, and
That's 15 billion.
Fox.
That's 15 billion right there.
Yeah.
Before Fox.
and
sorry.
Fox.
$15.
That's 15.
So that
We're
makes
talking.
a monopoly is what they would call it.
Well,
So
when you own every fucking. Yeah, I mean, Jesus.
and every property that you have touched to date outside of old school Disney. We're talking Mickey Mouse, which created Disney. They fucking took to the ground. Okay, they took literally to the ground.
Yeah.
Literally to the ground. You know, from the ESPN, I don't know if ESPN will even be around another year. So if you're a sports fan out there, gobble up while you can, because there's going to be absolutely no channel surfing on your fucking your cable networks. That's going to be
No way, they're gonna
revolved
have
around
it. It's
sports.
on their app. Like,
No, it's going to be like Gonzo. Like ESPN, I don't think it's going to be around in 2 years. It's done.
Disney Plus has Disney, ESPN, and Hulu right now as a package.
Have you watched ESPN lately, though?
No, it's done.
No,
the
I
ratings
don't
are
Yeah,
done.
because
It's awful.
they've gone
It's
just
done.
as woke.
Yeah, it's
Well,
just
they
like
fired everyone and their mom. Like, there's no one else. Like, that's the
Well,
problem.
it's rating wise. Nobody's watching it, so if
Me
it
and
doesn't
Wu-
make dollars, it doesn't make sense.
You want to go
So-
back 20 years ago, me and Wu loved Max Kellerman.
Yeah.
He is so woke now.
It's bad.
It's insane. You want to say he's so left, he's right. He's not. He's so left, he's
He
so
doesn't
far
even
left.
know where he is.
He's went around the moon and
Yeah.
back. It doesn't matter. If it's woke, he's on it. And it's like, that's all they are now.
In ESPN, they're playing the role like if they aren't, they're trying to outwoke each other. Is what they're trying to do. Like Max Kellerman is like saying, if I am the wokest person on the show, I'm safe.
Right.
That's it.
Job security.
Job security. If you're the wokest dude in the room, you're good. If you like slightly go out of
Dorms or
you're done.
Yeah.
You're on the shopping block. So I think that's why they're trying to outwoke each other, and it is a cutthroat world right now over there because they're trying to outwoke each other, and that's why nobody's watching it.
Especially a white man in a woke world.
Yeah,
he's got to be extra woke.
Oh, yeah. He's the wokest of the woke, and that's why they're dead. It's done. Yeah, I mean the ratings are there.
It's unwatchable.
It is. It's
well,
bad.
they gotta fire someone. They gotta fire the basketball analyst, black guy, the one that tried to do
Stephen
football.
A. Smith.
My God, he's the worst, dude. He's got to get that guy. I'd be if I was firing people, he'd be the first guy.
I don't think there's any.
I agree with my brother on this one. I don't think it's going to be firing. I think it's just going to block out.
They're gonna
One day, there's not going to be ESPN.
They'll pull the plug. It's going to be pulled.
You don't think sports are that important to people that they'd be okay with that?
Well, if they actually talked about sports,
no, because Ray, there's other mediums out there that you can get your information from.
Yes,
you don't need to listen to these fucking woke cars out there. They're not talking about sports anymore. That's the thing. Gotcha. They're not talking about sports. They're talking about how LeBron James is a social justice warrior. They're not concerned about...
Yeah, but then they also ask him, did you read the book? And he's like...
The first page.
I just started. I read the first page. I think it's inciting and it's amazing. And
does Ray know that story?
Yeah, yes, I do.
Okay.
Did you hear his response to that? It was like, dude, it was the worst response I've ever heard in my fucking life.
What was it?
He's holding like a fucking
a graphic novel.
A graphic novel.
Like a big old novel.
Yeah, and they're like asking about like it's about racial injustice. I can't.
I was asking, what's his sponsor always reading the first page?
Well, no, because this is LeBron James in every magazine that he has. It's like this.
Holds books.
Page 1.
The dude holds books to look smart, and then when reporters ask him about the books,
puts fancy glasses on.
He puts his glasses on. And he's like, "It's pretty inciting. I really like it. I think it's really good for the community."
It's amazing.
But
it's like he's got this vanilla comment like every time.
It actually shows him act like he's reading it, but it's always the first page.
Yeah,
first couple.
I just started every time. I just started it.
And most of us who read books know your book's always in some kind of
cranked,
and I always do that little
bookmark.
I know some people hate that. I'm sorry.
I'm a bookmark guy.
I fold my corner.
Yeah.
But it's always some form in the middle of the book. If you're like trying to show off your reading ability or what you like, dude, don't be on the first page ever. Yeah. That's just bad. It looks bad.
Don't hold the book.
Don't hold the book.
Sitting next to your locker.
How about you just tell people what books you like?
If you're sitting next to your locker on your stool,
he doesn't. He uses it to look smart.
In your basketball,
he wants to look intelligent, but
just be smart.
But then he looks stupid when they ask him about the books. Dude, stop doing it.
But that's
like putting on a pair of glasses and thinking you're smarter.
People see through that. Dude. People see through that, dude. People know.
He's already been caught, dude. He's been caught a bunch of times.
There was a 20-minute clip.
Well, he's obviously smarter than you, Ray. He's got nice. Where's your fancy glasses?
If I got to travel as much, I'd be smart too.
True.
Get it? Travel, walking all over the
travel. It's a basketball joke. Got it.
Oh no, there's no travel no more.
Oh yeah, they can just dunk whenever they want.
That's called a Euro step.
Yeah,
and you get 10 steps in the Euro.
Imagine if he was 5'3".
Yeah. Jesus.
Well, I'm gonna tell you a quick story.
Let's hear it.
I got my daughter. I got her a. God, she's 11 now. I would say about 4 years ago.
Walk a mile in Muggsy shoes.
I got her about 4 years ago. I got her a little kid basketball hoop. We're talking for a fucking kid, and I'm out there playing with her, and I literally.
Did you dunk on her?
No, I literally felt like Kareem Abdul-Jabbar because I was just like, boom. Boom. I'm like, holy shit. Boom. This is fucking easy. You know why it's easy? Because the hoop's here.
Yeah. Imagine being 7 foot tall and fucking getting.
I'm like, holy when the fucking shit. Like,
the basketball's like a
left
softball
hand,
in your hand.
Whoop, boom. I'm going like,
dude, The ball's like a softball to
Well, because
them.
you're so close.
These guys, it's like a softball to them. Like when we grab a softball, that's how it is to them.
It's so easy.
Easy peasy, dude.
Because it's like literally from me to your head. How can I not throw a ball and hoop?
And don't get me
It's
wrong,
so easy.
I'm not saying you don't have to be talented to play basketball. You do. But some of these guys, it's
Raise the fucking
too
rim a
easy.
little higher, for crying out loud. These guys are 70 feet tall giants, and the rim is just like, they can do this with the rim. They can literally all grab it pretty much like that.
Or the taller guys, yeah.
They're all tall.
Dude, point guards are 6'4". They're 2 inches taller than you. And that's
Not-
the shortest guy in the NBA.
Not Spud Webb.
That was long ago.
Well, that's when the
Long
NBA
ago.
was actually had some credibility. There's no credibility now.
Mike Bibby.
I think
He
Mike
was
Bibby was
6'2".
still about 6'4".
Yeah. But not Spud Webb and
5'3", Spud Webb.
no, Muggsy.
Muggsy Bogues.
Muggsy Bogues.
Muggsy Bogues is- yeah.
Muggsy Bogues was 5'3".
We Googled it last
Spud
night.
Webb was
He
5'8".
was 5'3".
Muggsy Bogues was.
He could dunk.
5'3".
Yeah. Well, I
Yeah,
think
yeah, yeah.
Spud Webb's is shorter than Muggsy Bogues.
No. Muggsy
No,
Bogues was shorter.
we checked it last night.
Spud Webb was like
Really?
Yeah.
5'6",
I didn't know that.
5'8".
5'3".
I thought Spud Webb was shorter than Muggsy
No.
Bogues.
No,
Bogues was shorter.
we checked it
That's
last
why.
night.
That's why he won the
I would
dunk
have thought. I
contest.
thought
that
Muggsy Bogues is like at least 5'9".
Me too.
We were talking about it last night, and I'm like, I think he's 5'4", and Chris is like, there's no fucking way. He looks it up, he's like, he's 5'3".
I thought. Oh my lord, that's crazy.
That means his feet have to be this high off the ground.
No, higher. Like,
That's like, what's that? What's his name? The funny guy. Talks a lot of shit.
the funny man.
Oh, that one guy.
You know, he's like the buddy of the Rock, but he talks a lot of shit. Fuck you up, big
Kevin
man.
Hart. Kevin
That's
Hart.
like Kevin Hart dunking, but shorter.
Yeah, but shorter.
That's crazy, right? Wow.
but shorter.
But shorter. Shorter than Kevin Hart.
It's like Kevin Hart, but
That's
shorter.
short.
But shorter. That's great.
We're all over the place tonight.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
It's we're sorry. Like this might be. We won't want to call this one a
All over the place, fucking shit. show.
well, no, a drinking.
Well, unless anybody's got anything else to say, I mean, I'm open.
Yeah, you might want to call this one a drinking episode again because yeah, we're
No,
all
we've been
over.
pretty good. You want to call it a wrap? I thought we had one more topic. You were trying to go on something.
We're not even on topics. No,
Yeah. We've been all over the place.
no. I mean that was our topic, but
Well, I think we're talking
all I'm
about.
saying, like with the, fuck Disney.
Yeah, I mean,
No, that.
well, I think the main topic was like we wanted to talk about Disney, how they bought up. They're basically monopolizing.
Well, no, because we were getting at. I mean, we're not going to get in. We'll talk about this next
next
time.
week.
Yeah.
Was why we got into basketball is Disney fucking bought out ESPN, and that's when they became the woke show that they became. ESPN wasn't a woke show until fucking Disney bought
And it's
ESPN.
biting them in the ass, and
That's
now
it.
they're going to reverse
And then
gears.
we'll pick this conversation up next week when
Yeah.
we talk about how fucking Disney ruined all of the other places that they fucking bought. So,
Yeah.
that's it.
Deuces.
I still think it was a good episode. Thank you all for watching. Love you guys. And to all you viewers out there, get woke, go broke. Later.
Well done, wokesters.